Okay, so recording has started. So let me know first if anyone has any questions, any doubt, anything from previous session, anything if you want to ask.
I think no one has joined.
Only Koino you have joined. Syed has joined. No, I think he has left.
There are just two participants as of now.
Okay, 1 second.
Hello all.
Hello. Yes, so what happened exactly whenever you do unmute yourself? There's a lot much noise it is coming from your background.
When?
Even now it is the lot much noise it is. I don't know.
I have no idea because nothing is happening and I'm in a silent room actually.
Okay. Okay.
Is it the fan
I
noise?
I think it is. Are you using earphone or something?
Nothing. I'm just using company's laptop and
A
yeah.
lot much noise. Noises. So, is there any question you guys have to ask? Anything from the last session? Do you want me to cover anything from the last session? Whatever I had covered. Else, I will just move ahead with the other topic.
Can you share the practice questions for for loop if that's possible?
Okay, I will share it.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's it.
Practice question I'll share for the for loop so that you guys can go through that. Okay. Today, first let's see some hands-on.
So where last class we were discussing on some, yeah, you are continuing from there. Okay.
Yes,
Where I
yes.
have actually installed this Anaconda Navigator something. So just wanted to check how to use it. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, okay. Share your screen. Now just close this. Close this.
Okay. Should I exit it?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Open terminal.
Terminal settings. This
Yes, yes.
one.
This one, terminal, command prompt.
Okay.
Uh, so you have a C drive and D drive as well, right?
Yes. Yes.
So change it to D drive. Write D colon. Yes, hit enter. Yeah.
Okay.
Now write here Jupyter space notebook. Jupyter. Jupyter space notebook. Notebook. NOTEBOOK.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit enter. You have not installed properly. I said it while installing you must have to check the add in an environment path.
Okay. But
See,
this
you can
is
open
what
it. Oh no,
I.
you can open it like this, but in a later stage, it will be tough. There are a lot many things we have to do it from through the terminal. then it
Okay.
will be problem. For as of now, you can use the same way. Jupyter Notebook, you can just open it, will automatically open in your C drive.
Okay.
Open this. Hmm. It will
Uh-huh.
automatically wait. It will open. What's your system configuration?
It's this is company's laptop, however, so yeah,
It's okay. It's okay. No issue.
it's
Show
still
me that screen, that Jupyter Notebook kernel. What it is writing here? Show me that screen. No, why you have showing this?
no.
There are a
You
lot
want
of
to
noise is coming. Yeah, click on the Google Chrome. Okay.
let me mute myself. I think it would be
Maybe the fan
better.
noise. If you can just switch off the fan, might be
Okay.
because.
One sec.
Yeah. Wait. It will open. It is working slowly in your system. Maybe the configuration is less seems. Do not cut it this one. Okay. Let it open as it is. Otherwise, it will close your Jupyter notebook as well. It is going too slow. Hmm. Now you can see the right side. New is written right side. Click on that and notebook. Click on notebook. Hmm. Select. Click on select. That's it. Now write any code you want to write it here, and you can see it. The that is for the run. You have to write the code. Simply you can write print hello or something. Hmm. Now run this. Shift enter, control enter. You can use shift enter or control enter. It will work. So this is how you can write the code, and you can. Is that okay?
Yeah, with that's okay.
You can stop sharing your screen. I'll share. Okay. So this is the way you can use. Now today we will see what we saw it even in the last class. Something I'll do it from the, and then we'll go with the nested for loop, how we can do. So for I in range. So this is, suppose you have this 10, 20, 30, 40. So for I in range length of L, this is how these things work, and print I. Okay, so that's the length of that, and if I will just use L of I, what it will do, it will print this. Now today, what is our main agenda? To understand the nested for loop. Okay, so the agenda is nested for loop. So what exactly the nested for loop is, and this is a little bit critical or tricky, so I want you guys to give attention. nested loop. Okay. In meanwhile, I'll ask you one question, and you guys have to tell what would be the answer for that. L is equals to 10, 20, 30, and 40. Okay. Now I'm writing it here for I in L, and everyone has to give I want the output from the everyone. Put your output in the chat. L dot append I, this one. So, and then here outside, I am printing the L. So you need to tell what will be the output of this. So you just take, it's 9:50, just take 2 minutes and you guys have to answer. Okay. So I'm muting myself and I'll wait for the 2 minutes. Is there any confusion in the question?
Yes, sir. Repeat again.
Sorry,
Yes, sir. Can you repeat again?
I'm not able to understand, Abhishek, what you are saying. Send it in the chat, whatever you are saying. So, what is this question? We have here this list. Okay, we have this list, and this is the code I have written for I in L. L dot append I double star 2, and then outside of this loop, I'm printing this list L. So I just wanted to know what will be the output, what output this L will have. Okay, hope this is clear.
Wait, is my background voice noise still there?
No, now it is good.
Okay. So I try to uh, take this output. I'm not getting the output.
Okay. So are you able to understand any specific reason why are you not able to get the output?
So I think that Jupyter one thing I opened, I closed that because I'm using the browser. Should I not close it or how is it?
No, no, you are not supposed to close that.
Okay, maybe that is the issue. Okay.
Even same for me, I'm not able to get the output. I don't know. It's a kernel or started or something.
Okay. Anyone else? Abhishek, Kohinoor? Please run it.
Yeah, even I'm not getting the output. My kernel is busy. It's not like giving the output.
Okay. Abhishek?
So guys, one more thing is there. Before println, we should give backspace or else it would be intended. So just check if that is the issue.
No, no, you have to
Give
make this
backspace. Yeah.
This one should be in one line.
Same line.
No. If there is an indentation error, it will give you the error that there is an indentation error. So don't worry for that.
Okay.
It seems the kernel is very, it's not connecting.
Okay. I'll come. Abhishek, I'm waiting for your.
Yeah, actually, sir, I'm opening a compiler, so that's why I'm waiting 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. So let me tell you what exactly happened. So the output will never come for this code. So that's the. So this was the question actually. They have asked in a Microsoft Python interview for a 1 year or 2 year of experience, guys. So that is also very basic for one, but they asked it. Okay. So what exactly happening? You need to understand the for loop first. That whenever we are writing the for loop, so how many number of times this loop will run? So when I'm writing this code here, when I'm writing the code here for I in L print I. So can someone tell me that how many times this loop will run? Hmm? How many times
4 times.
this loop?
4 times.
4 times. Okay. And why 4 times?
Because we have the length of arrays, length of list, sorry.
Okay, because the length of that list is 4. So what logic is here that this loop, that how many times this loop will execute, it depends on the length of the iterable which we have used here. It depends on the length of that iterable. So here it is, length of this L is 4. So this loop will execute 4 times. First time it will take 10 and print 10 here. Second time it will again go up, take the next value of the list, which is 20, and it will print. And so on 30 and 40. But now here the problem is, now see this code. If you will see this code, what we are doing it here. First time, can anyone tell me what is the length of this list? This list, what it has the length?
4.
4. Okay, this list is 4. Now what this operation is doing, can anyone tell me what this line of code is doing?
It's multiplying
increasing the
fact,
length.
of 2 and then adding it to the same list, like appending it.
What it is doing, it is taking the values from the list in I and squaring those value and appending in the same list. So now tell me, the first time the list value was 10, 20, 30, and 40. Now the I value, first time the I value is 10, make a square which is 100, and that what I'm doing, I'm adding inside this. Now I will take 20, make the square which is 400, and then the 400 I'm appending. Now tell me, when I added 100 here, now what is the length? 5. Now when I added 400, what is the length? 6. Then it will be 7, 8. So because I'm doing some operation and keep on adding in the same list. Are you able to understand? I'm adding in the, I'm doing operation and adding in the same list. So every time the length of the list is getting increased. So this loop is going in an infinite, because this loop will only stop once it will reach the complete length of the list, but it is not reaching it. As it goes 30, now it has 40, then after it has 100, then 400, then 900, then 1600, like that it will be keep on going. So it will never ending loop, because we are adding in the same list. Got my point?
yes.
So this one will be the infinite. So it will make your kernel dead, because it will utilize your complete RAM. And at the end you will get kernel error or memory out of memory error, like that you will get. Okay. So this one, you have to understand that the concept of when it will run and when it will exit and when it will stop. So for that, actually, there is a concept of, now other concept which we have to understand, which is very, very important and frequently asked in an interview, and usually we use in a real-time projects also, that concept, which is called list comprehension. Now, what is list comprehension? See, so if suppose someone has given you the requirement, if this is the list 10, 20, 30, and 40, and someone has said just a square, make a square of all the values of this list and store in the new list. So what code I will do? I will create a new list and I will do for I in L. I will iterate through one value from that list, or, and then I will append in the new list. K dot append square of the I. That's it. And then if you will print the K, it will have this value 100, 400, 900, 1600. Okay. So usually, see, Python has a lot many merits, the good things, but there isn't one issue with the Python. Python is slow in terms of the execution. It is too slow than C, C++. C++ is still the fastest programming language in the world. But after the Java and all those things, this is too slow. Okay, Python. And when you write a for loop, it will become more and more slower in the execution. So what they created a concept of list comprehension, which is same as a loop concept, but it is faster than this. So same this 1, 2, 3 line things I can write in one line. How? See that you have this list, original list L. See what I will do. And here what I'm doing, I'm creating a new list K and then doing a for loop and appending a square and doing append in that K. See that what I will do. I'll create a list like this. I will write for I in L, and here I will do I square. That's it. Done. And you can give the name K. So if you'll see these all operations we are doing it here. We are creating a new list. This square bracket is a new list. This for loop, here see we are using a for loop. Doing append, see that inside a list, we are doing this append here. And with what operation? This operation in a one line. And I'll show you. You can see. See this. So if I have to do the square, so I'll do K for I in L and K dot append I of square, and then see. Okay, here. Now the same thing I'll show. See this. Okay, I'm creating a new list. Now for loop for I in L for loop. Then what I will do, I'll have to do the square inside the K. That's it. Now print the K. So let me give some other name, otherwise you might want to understand that whether it is similar or different. See that. This concept is called list comprehension. And we will do more complex code inside the list.
Sorry, we can come again. What that this concept called as list
Comprehension. I'm writing it here.
Okay.
List COMPHRENSION. List comprehension. You can see it, if I will write like this, it will be more visible. List comprehension. Okay. So this is how the syntax of the list comprehension. And the same way, there is a concept of dictionary comprehension. The same way, nothing change in that. See that. Suppose we have a dictionary here, A, 10, B, 20, C, 30, like that. Okay. Now, or maybe that's a better way to explain that. If suppose someone would ask, can you create a dictionary from the value a10, from the value a10 to something like g, whatever, a b c d e f g 17, okay, whatever. Can you create from like a10 b20 c30 d e f g like that? How you can do that? So again, you can either you can use this classical way, traditional way of for loop, else you can use it the comprehension way. So the first one function you need to know here, there is an one function, I think the name is chr of, correct. So see that what I will do here, I'll create a dictionary, okay. I will write for I in range. So I in range, let's suppose G is on bit number A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7. So let's suppose I wrote here 7 and I did here I. And if I will run, see, this is now set. This is not a dictionary. So to make a dictionary, we'll have to do key and value. So suppose I'm doing here I square. See that 0 is the key and the value is the square of that 0. 1 is the key, square of 1 is that 2 is the key. And so see, and we have taken range 7, so it will be range value will be till 6, 0 to 6, that is 7. And see, the values are the square of that. But I do not want 0 and 1 here as a key. What I want it as a that A, B, C, D like that. So there is a function chr we have to use. So here if I will use chr, it will give this value. So chr of actually 64 with which starts with the capital A, 65 starts with the capital A. So how would you do? So I is what here? 0. So if I will add here 65 in that, and now let me run this and see. Now it's completely fine. It is giving A0, B1, C4 now till the G. Let's suppose it's 10, 20, 30 if you want to do with 70. So like 10 and I'll make it 70 and with the step 10. Let's see. Okay, I'm doing a square here, so do not make the square. See, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, sorry. So here that one need to be changed because 1 second. This 7 and here 0 plus 10. 0 plus 10. This one. So 10. So here we need to write some logic that it should increase it with the 10. So 10, 11, 12 it is going. My main agenda was to show you how you can use the dictionary comprehension. In a dictionary, how you can write for loop. In a set, how you can write a for loop. So are you able to understand the concept of the syntax, that how we are writing, I'm writing this dictionary comprehension or the list comprehension, or any confusion in this, in the dictionary comprehension or the any kind of comprehensions, what we saw it just now.
No.
Okay. So this is the scenario for the dictionary comprehension and list comprehension. Now we'll start nested for loop, and this is very important. So please focus, give your attention. Now what is nested for loop? See that. Suppose in a case, someone in an interview, they might ask lot many times the pattern coding. So if suppose this is the requirement that if the input, so you have to write a code in such a manner that if user will give the input 4, so your code should print like this. So this is the star. Just understand it. This is. Your code should print like this. So 4, it means 4 rows here, 4 column here. If suppose user has entered 5, so it should increase like this. Okay. So what is the logic? If user has entered any integer value 4 or 5, a square should come with the complete field with the stars. How do you do that? Any idea? Anyone? Any logic? Just forget about the code. Any logic is coming that how would I flow the logic?
First we will start the columns. How many columns will cover the star pattern? Okay. So first we will start the first loop. Will cover the numbers of columns.
Yes, go ahead.
After that, the nested loop uh, will start the first loop according to first loop. Will start the second loop. Will cover the start.
Okay. See that. I'll make you easy. Okay. See, most of the time, no, once you will started doing the code, no, 60 to 70%, 60 to 70%, the answer is inside that same question or in the same pattern. If you see it carefully, see that. Here I'm writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is also 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have already read in class 10th or 8th or 11th or 12th the matrix. Okay. So usually if you remember the matrix, this is the, let's suppose this is the position 1, 2, and 3. This is 1, 2, and 3. So what this position is? This is called A11. What this position is? A12 means the first row, second column. This is A13, first row, third column. This is A21, second row, first column. A22, second row, second column. A23, second row, third column. A31, third row, first column. A32, third row, second column. A33, third row, third column. The same concept, if you would see it here, see, this can be done, this pattern at least can be done from the one loop as well. But I do not want you guys to, I want to make you guys understand for the two loops. Then I'll show this pattern at least can be done from the one loop as well. But I want you to understand it from the very basics. Then you will implement the nested for loops in the complicated pattern, which can be only done from the nested for loop. So one thing you will have noticed, if the here in a row, when index was 0, then the entire column has changed with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then again the row changed with 1. Then again this entire things has executed. Again the row has changed. Again this entire things are executed. Row has changed. Again these things are executed. The row has changed. Things are executed. Means for every row, the column is executing 4 times. Listen it very carefully. For every row, columns are executing 5 times. Sorry, 5 times. And why this 5? Because user has given the input 5. If user will give the input 4, so for every row, column will execute 4 times. Now, how many times the rows are executing? So rows are executing 5 number of times. 5 times. And why 5 times? Because user has given. Now, so one thing is clear here, that we have to write a code in such a manner that the row will execute 5 times and the column should execute 5 times. And one thing also we have to notice, that if for the first row, when entire column has executed, then we need to change the line, and then we have to commit again starting. Again for the second row, we have to execute the entire column and we have to change the line. So do you guys have remember that whether I have told you any functions which we can use to change the line? Do you remember any function that I have told that this function can change the line in Python?
/n.
/n. But I don't think I have told you or explained you about the /n. But /n can do. See, if you guys have remember when I was explaining the print function, so there are two things of the print functions. Whatever you will write inside this, no, it will print that value, and then after it will change the line. So if you will just simply write the blank print value, no, it will simply change the line. Okay. So we will use somewhere the print function which to make the change the line once it will get executed. Now see it here, how I will write the code. So tell me, is in this explanation anything you are getting confused in this explanation? That's how and then this two line. Anything you are getting confused in anywhere?
No.
Okay. Now see here, I'll try to write. So I already told you that whenever we write a code, like I'm writing for I in range something, let's suppose 4. So here in that case, in place of I, you can write anything. So here, what I will do, instead of I will write some realistic value so that you can easily relate that. So what is the requirement? First, we have to take the user input. So how do you take? Let's suppose n. I'm taking n as input. So what is the way to take an input? This is the input function. If you guys have remember, I have explained you. Enter the number. Okay. Now if user will put, so this, if suppose user will enter 5, then the square of the 5 in row and column. But here this is a string, this is not integer, because whatever you take an input from the user, those all input function will take it as a string. I had explained in the previous classes. So you need to convert this into integer. So I'll use here int. There is an other functions as well, I'll tell you, but as of now, we will use the int to convert. Okay. If suppose 4 user will enter, so that will be like this. So I need to convert, it is like that. So it will get converted like this, 4 integer. Okay. Let me show you also so that you can relate that in much better way. So if suppose n is equals to input, enter the number. Okay. And now here I will just simply print the type of n. So see, when I will run, oh, what is 1 second. I have opened a lot. Just taking this much of time. Oh, first time it will take time. Okay, I have to select the kernel. 1 second. See, hmm, not task. 1 second. Still only a minute. Okay, it is asking here actually. So I'm putting it here 10. 1 second. Let me run this. So I'm just giving the value here 10 and see that it is string. Okay. Now if I'll print the n here, print n, see that it is 10. But if I will run it again and I will write here integer inside the integer, now I will run it and then I will enter 10. See that it is integer and it still it is 10. So that's what we need to make it as an integer. So so this is the first line. Okay, now see what I'll do. For row in range, so can anyone tell me how many times we have to run the row? The number of times the user has entered. So user has entered that value inside this n. So I will write here n. Okay. Now for one row, we have to execute the entire column. So for one row, we have to execute the entire column. In that case, now inside this loop, I have to write another loop for column in range. So this row and column I'm writing on place of ing. You can write ing even also, but I just want you guys to relate that. And how many times this column should go? The number of time user has entered. So what it is? N. And what we have to print? Print star in a string. Now let me show you the code and then I'll ask you and we'll go very slowly that what it is. So here I'm running this and user has entered, let's suppose 5. Okay, so you can see the n value is 5 here. Now see, I'll write the code. For row in range n, a row in range n. So at this point of time, if I will print the row, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I don't want to print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. See that inside this for loop, whatever you will write, that will print that many of times. So if I write a star here, see, it is print. So can anyone tell me if I want to print the star in the same line, what we should use? So if you remember, I have explained you the function keyword end. So I'll use the end and run this. See that now there is no space. If you want to give the space, you can just give the space like this. See this. So this one we have to print, but now this is one line. I have to print in the 5 lines. So see that in one line I have printed this 5. Now delete this first. Now for column in range n, again column also will go with the range 5. Now what I have to do, I have to print the star. I have to print the star. And now let me run this. See that now. So can anyone tell me how many these total stars are? Please do not count. Use the logic. Okay. How many total stars are? This one.
10.
10. Anyone else? See, I'll just show it like this. For I in, okay, for row in range n is, let me write a raw value 5. For call in range 5. Okay, and now what I'm doing here, I am printing row, whatever the value of row is. Okay, and let's see that 0 is coming 5 times, 1 is coming 5 times. If you can see it here, 2 is coming 5 times, 3 is coming 5 times, and 4 is coming 5 times. How these things are happening? So let's come here and I'll explain you. See, whenever we use a for loop, no, we need to understand it. See, so I'm writing here for I in range, I'm taking the smaller value here, 3, for j in range, let's suppose 2 I'm taking, and then what I'm doing, I'm doing print I here. Okay, cool. Now we will iterate it one by one, and then I'll show you in Python visualizer. But let's iterate it first, and then from the visualizer it will be more clear. So here we will iterate the output and try to understand. So can anyone tell me what are the possible values of I here? It is 0, 1, and 2. These are the possible, because range 3 has the value 0, 1, 2. So that's the possible value. What is the possible value of j? 0 and 1, because range 2 is the value 0 and 1. Now, first time, what is the value of I? Can anyone tell me?
0.
0. Now, once the value started here, it came with the I value as 0 in the second loop. Inside another loop is there. Now, what is the value of j here? J value is also 0. J value is also 0 first time, because the first value in range is here also 0. Now, how many times this loop will run? 3 times. How many times this loop will run? 2 times, because it has only the 2 values, 0, 1, but it has 3 values. It depends on the length of this iterator. Now, what first time the value of j is also 0. Now we will see what we are trying to print, that we are writing here. So what I'm trying to print here, I. Can anyone tell me what is the value of I first time? 0. So it will print the 0 here. Okay. Now, once it has printed it here, and what it will do, print function, what it do, it prints the value and change the line. So it printed, and now the cursor came here. So that blink cursor which we saw in the command line, command prompt, the cursor is here. Now, after printing this value, it will go again to this for loop. Now this time the j value, what it will happen? It will become 1, because it has executed for the 0. I value will be the same, because it is not going to the I. First it will complete the inner loop. So it will take the j value is what? 1. And for that value, what it is printing? I. So can anyone tell me what is the value of I?
0.
0. So it will print 0. Wherever the cursor will be there, it will print there. Now it will print 0. And because of the print statement, the cursor will come here. Now this loop has completed or not? Yes, it has completed, because the j loop should execute for the 0 and 1. It has completed. Now this loop will go here. Now it has executed for 0. Now this time the value of I will be 1. Again, then after it will come to the this inner loop. Now again inner loop will start. What is the value of first time the inner loop?
0.
0. So 1 second, please. I don't know. This one is just moving, lagging a lot. What is it? Try to understand very carefully, okay? So it's not that tough, little bit tricky, but I'll show you from the Python visualizer as well. Okay, don't worry. don't know if there's an issue with this application or what. Started. I don't know what exactly happening. It's lagging a lot. One second, let me delete the entire thing. Then might be. One second. Let me delete this code. Sometime. So let me write it first. Oh, it is lagging. Let me go on Python visual just a minute. Python code visualizer. So I'm writing the code and then I'll explain it from there. So for I in range 3 or J, let me write the row. So that's why you will relate that. For J, for all in range 2. So first I'm writing it like this, I, only like this. Okay. Now see the first time. There are two frames, a row and column. Okay. You can see two values, row and column. Now I will, sorry, and I'm printing here row. Okay. Now, see, right now the red line means the code which is going to execute, the line which is going to execute, and the green line, if it will come like this here, it means that line has executed. See this here and here, you can see it here. Now I'll do next. See, first time one variable created which is called row and the value is 0, because see that the green line, this line has executed. This is the for row in range 3. Now first variable created row and which has the value 0. Why the value 0? Because range 3 has the first value 0. Now red line means this line is going to execute. See that next. See that now column generated with the value 0, because range 2 has the first value 0. Now this one will print. So whatever the print, that will come in this box. Okay. Now see next. So it has printed 0. Okay. Now let's see, you don't know that 0 value is for the row and for the column, because the row and column both has the same value. First, according to the output, let's see, then the logically from the code wise also will understand. Now again, I will do the next. Now see, you can see the row value is still 0. It has not gone here on top. See that it has gone here and then came back. And now it will print here, see 0. Because I'm printing row, and see the row value is here still 0. Column is 1, but it is printing 0 because I'm printing it here row. Now this time if I'll do next, see that now this red line has gone on the top because the inner for loop is completed for the 2 times. Now as I will do next, see this, now the row value got changed. The row value is 1. I'll do next. Now again the column will start. The column value loop will start with the 0 again, and see here now it has printed 1 because the row value was 1 on the top. Okay, see that it has printed, see 2 times 1. Now again it will go on the top. Now this time the row value will be 2 because 0, 1, 2 third time. And third time again if it will come in the inner loop, first time the value is 0. See this column value is 0. Column value is again 1 and then it is done. See this, it has printed 2, 2 because the row value was 0 at the third time. Able to understand?
Yes.
Guys, anyone, please, if you have any confusion in the nested for loop, tell me. So if I will write here column and then if I'll visualize, see that you will understand. See the red line which is going to execute the first line. Now see the red line, this one and this one green is, means executed. Row is 0. Now column is also 0. Now this time I'm printing column. So see the column is printed 0. See this red line is not going on the top or neither the green line. Okay. See now this red line is from second. It has come to the third line. See this, now column become 1 and here this time I'm printing column. So it will print 1 here. Okay. Again see now the inner loop over, then it will go to the outer loop, means the top loop. Again here the row value will get changed. See this here, now 1. Next it will come to the column. Column start with the 0 and it will print the 0 here. Again second value of the column which is 1, it will print the 1. Then it will go again to the top. The second time the value of the row is third time which is 2 and then it will come inside of the loop and will print 0 and 1. That's it, done. Okay, so this is how the for loop works. Now the question is, if it is printing it like this, I want to make it print in a same line. How I can do? See this. So in the case of printing this column, let me print the star. Loop means it will go to that number of times and whatever you want to print, you can do this. See this, I'm printing this star. So can anyone tell me that how many times the star is going to print? What you understood from this logic? How many times now this star will print?
6 times.
6 times. So mathematically you can always understand the multiplication of this one and this one, it will go. Okay. But logically, if you want to understand, you can see for every value of row, the column is executing 2 times. You can see it here. Once the row value is getting initiated, the entire for loop is, the inner for loop is getting completed. Once it got completed, then it is going to the outer loop. Again, for the next value of the row, the entire column inside for loop, the inner for loop is getting completed. So this is how there are 3 rows. So for one row, the inner for loop is executing 2 times. So there are 3 rows. For the 3 rows, twice, 3 times of the 2, so it will be 6 times. Now see, row is 0, column is 0, it's printed a star. You can see it here in the output box. Again, so I'm just going it faster, you can see it. But the question is here, if I want to make it print in the same line, how would I do? See that. I'll simply write here end is equals to space. Here, space. And now see that. How it will happen. See, row is 0, column is 0, first time star. See this. Star. Now see what will happen here. It is going in the one line only. Now, just to make it relate with our requirement, let's suppose user has inputted 3, n equals to 3. So now I'm using n in both, and then let's try to visualize what output it is coming. See the star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. So logically it should print 9 stars, right? The way we explained, you can see it here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But is that our requirement? If there is a 9, input is 3, then the square should come, no? It means after this 3 star, the line should get changed. So how we can do? See that. So here you need to understand the proper use of indentation. So what exactly indentation means? If you can see it here this is the line. You can see this line. So this line, wherever you start the for loop, no, that is called the indentation. Here, the outer for loop indentation is from the here, but this for loop indentation is from here. So if I will just did backspace, if I will write something here, if I will write something here, this line will only execute once this for loop will get completed. Then only this line will execute. Now see, I will write here print, an empty print statement. Why I'm writing empty print statement? Because for one row, for the first row, if 3 times the column star has done, now I have to change the line. So this loop is over. Now it will go to this, but it will go by completing this statement. So after printing 3 star, no, it will change the line and then it will go to the next row value. Now see, you will understand this. And this is the one tricky and which will solve the problem. See that row is 0, column is 0. That's cool. Now I'm printing the star. See here, it's printed. You can see it is on the second line. It is not going on the first line because it has to complete 3 times the inner row. See, it has come, and see that it has not come on the 5th line as well. If you can notice it here, when it will come at the 5th line, when the entire 3 times this star will get completed. See this 3 done. Now see this red one where it will come. See that now it has come it here. Okay, means this one will execute now. See that now green has come. This print has, so you are not able to see here, but execute. Now you can see the inner for loop and the print statement executed. Now it goes to the first line. Now see the row value become 1. Again it will inner loop will see that. Now you can see this output box where the star are coming. Getting? See, it has completed now 3 star. Now it will come to the line 5th to execute. See that. Now change. Again it goes to the outer loop. See that. Inner loop, again 3 star. Done. Now it will come to the 5th line. See. And now outer loop, because it has already done, so it will execute. Understood?
Yes.
So this is how the for loop works. Whether it is a nested for loop, we'll see the lot many patterns, but this is how the nested for loop works. You need to do the practice definitely. I'll share definitely some practice code. You can go through those codes. Okay, try to solve that as much as possible, and then we'll move ahead with the next concept. Okay. So any questions, any confusions you can ask, else we'll wrap the session for the today. If not, then okay. Thank you guys. I'm ending the session.
Thank you.
Thank you.